Hello, good evening. Let's let this live begin. Hopefully the stream code is working and all that. There we are. Cool, and I upped the bitrate, guys, so should be some nice quality. And yeah, just me today as the steward, the captain, is doing some real life stuff. As you can imagine, it is that time of year. But I had some family commitments which then got cancelled, so I gained a night, and a brand new Star Trek Picard teaser comes out with new images and things that I personally see like, oh, there's a thing. Feels like we should talk about it, or at least I should talk about it, and obviously Stuart can watch this after the fact if he wants to. But I think there's quite a lot to talk about personally. Let me just share with all the group that let me just share with all the groups that this is live while you guys say hi. How is your last few days going? And do you have any thoughts on the Picard trailer before we talk about it? Well, teaser. It's a teaser, not a trailer, because it's short. Live talk. The new Picard teaser. I'm trying to have fun. Okay. Just a short bit of text, because I'm obviously live to the internets. Share that everywhere. And let me know if the volume's good. It should be there without Skype being weird, and there we go. See? Easy, quick. Easy and quick. 48 people watching. Brilliant. Hi everyone. Hi Mark. Hi Castle. Hi Bill. Donny. Project Athena. Dan23 obviously. Jill. Jill's here. Hi Jill. Bill. Dan. Jeff. Dystopian and Martin. There's so many people joining us. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. So yeah, this is a weird teaser because it was released on the official CBS All Access page on Facebook, randomly, sort of out of the blue. And it was not released on any official YouTube page, on Twitter, no cross-marketing for this thing. And it was only released in 720p, not the 1080p norm. And it was then downloaded, I assume downloaded off that, put onto a fan YouTube site, again at 720p, compressed as all hell, and there's the only place you can find it. We've all done reactions, or we're doing reactions live now. I think this teaser was released early. I think it was accidentally clicked go, because this is not how you're meant to do this, and it's a lower end trailer in terms of visual quality. And I would love to have seen the full HD version. I should make sure the audio is okay. I'm clipping a bit, but that should be okay. So yeah, I think it was an accidental release, and it's the CBS exclusive maybe. Well, you say that, but it wasn't even region locked. All have been region locked. So very strange that it was, I think, accidentally clicked play early, and once you're out of the box, you can't put it back in the box. But hey. Something to talk about, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get like the full version of this a little bit later with full HD and such, because there's a couple of details I would love to see in full HD, because the 720p is subpar, and it was pixelated, and I've done my best with this, but so I managed to get it off Facebook without the double YouTube compression, so I have a version, but I mean I can see personally the visual artifacting of Facebook compression, so it is subpar, but when I saw it I was like, ooh, there's some interesting visuals for sure. I'm excited. But guys, please guys, as we know, we do these lives, both chat live to you guys, wonderful audience, and also to get super chats to help support the channel. We are good news, everyone. We are now, thanks to our wonderful Star Wars live with the Super Chats, we now are $20 away from achieving last month, as in November's income, which is the worst income for 2 years. So if we can make more than $20 today, over the course of the 1 to 2 hours, they will be able to be better than last month's absolutely god-awful income. So yeah, we're going to do this live. We've got obviously some more videos coming out, edited videos on normal ship stuff. You obviously saw the Intercontinental Battle Cruiser yesterday, and the new show we released today, so please do go watch that. And it's a new show we're testing called Trekyards Questions, where we pose a question in relatively short, efficient videos, more highly edited with more sort of things and visuals and such. Trying to be short with a condensed, simple question, and try and maybe if we can find the answer at the end. And our first one was released today: is Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home the best Trek movie? We've got 3 more filmed if the show does well, meaning about 3,000 to 6,000 views in a week. Then we'll do more. If not, hey ho, we tried, and something for you to all to enjoy, because it was a lot of fun to film, and we tested a new system of us to get more HD us, so that should look good too. So there you go. So please do super chat support, and if we can get plus 20, that would be great. I should look up this indie video. You should, Dev Rose. Got some great new renders, new scales. Really happy to look at that. Jill 47% $2. Great review for the first 4 episodes of Picard. 5 out of 5. What? I confused. First 5 episodes of Picard. What do you mean? We haven't done reviews. I'm confused. Martin, €20. Better? Question mark. €20 is... Yes! Take YouTube's out and we're almost there. Brilliant. I think about $18 if you take out the third. And Charles, $1.99. Here you go! Aradamesh's caption about the trailer. Yes, he did know about it. And Donnie, yes, Sea Rise Skywalker. We thoroughly enjoyed it. But yes, guys, let's talk about the trailer. And I've got the chat up there. Super chat, any comments, questions, thoughts. 73 of you watching, which is great. 33 likes. We want to get at least 100 likes before we go at the end. Jill, a link doesn't come through because of you can't share links. You might be able to share it if you take away the www dot, and then I can have www dot. Well, I don't necessarily want to read a review of the first 5 episodes of Picard. I want to be as much of a surprise as possible. But that's cool. That's cool. But I mean, everything's kind of biased or not biased. And I know that Discovery got the first 2 episodes were praised, but the first one's one of its worst ones ever. So it's you know, weird. Anyway, so let's look at this brand new, and I think released early teaser. So, well, spoiler free, Jill, you can still give a sense of something, as in, wow, the first episode had so many surprises. So now you know mentally there are things to look forward to surprise-wise. Yeah, anyway. So, the first 2 shots. Yay, they rebuilt 10 forward. This was a joy to see. I mean, anything that exists in Prime Canon, anything that exists... Hello, Raj. Anything that exists without the retconny tech look is always exciting, and they did rebuild the set partially for these are the voyages. It's the second time in 20 years, and this tells me that this combined with the many datas and another scene we'll see in a bit, that we're going to see multiple flashy backs of Jean-Luc, and this is probably the way of having fan service, of having old canon things in, because if he can have a nightmare in 10 forward of his old ship, and then you get to have the name value, you get to have the cool factor, and you know, why not? I mean, there's especially in the context of that room, it's a place of such joy, and then to see such horror outside of it, there's a lot of emotional payoff. This was really exciting to see. It tells you we might see lots of other old things that if the show is to understand the universe and to want to use it all, then yes, use as much as you can, because that's what it's there for. So yeah, there's Jean-Luc looking not happy. With the reverse angle is Mars. It's Mars getting bombed, which follows up from a shot we saw in a previous trailer of Rom, and I did get the image, which I probably should... I've got several different folders for these things. I did do some comparison stuff, guys. I have gone in depth for this, because why on earth not? So this is Mars, And I like to think I'm quite good at putting the things together. But Mars is getting bombed. This was from the last trailer, which... Yep, it's the same. That was confirmed. These are Romulan fighters, we assume. So, given the evidence, they're Romulan fighters, and that implies who's bombing Mars. Now, Mars is that Utopia Planitia? So, bombing the new shipyards on Mars is pretty not good. Pretty not good. Hi, Scottish Trekkie. Yeah, so... interesting scene talking about bad things happening, won't let more bad things happen, and just good imagery here, and just nice to see. And I like the orange interactive lighting on the 10 forward. Then you cut to Data, although they flipped his shot from the other trailers, which is weird because he was on reverse. I wonder what that's meant to be. And I really wish it was in 1080p because there's some things I want to look at with Data. But as you can see, he's wearing his Nemesis uniform. Again, another flashback. He's in 2 uniforms at least. Yay, Jars. Yeah, Trekyards. I will open up that. Dystopian guy bombing the rescue fleet under construction. I hope not. I mean, I hope not. That would be a weird, horrible thing to do. Or maybe as revenge. Don't know. Raj. Yes, Raj. We already talked about this. It didn't come out. It came out on CBS All Access. They then... it came out on Facebook, on CBS All Access Facebook. They then ripped it off that, put it on their YouTube channel, like we could do, any YouTube channel, and it was then, and then that's the one everyone's seen. So, Facebook, we think it was accidentally put on, yeah, it's a nightmare, Deborah. Timothy, $5 Canadian. That's the one that's come through. Yay. Thank you. Can't say for long. I'm finishing up my DS9 rewatch today, but here's a bit to help out. Biggest reveal of the trailers, though. Stealth bombers looking ships are Starfleet. Yes. Excellent. Are we looking at jumping back to Time to Run War? No, Charles, not remotely. But yeah, good to see Nemesis uniform. This implies some really fun things. Then we have Mr. Borg. Quite harrowing. These are very, very quick shots. I know that Kurtzman and the team were mentioning for a long time what they would do, how they'd reboot the Borg, how they'd give them a modern look. And this certainly has, if you put the Borg full in prosthetics, then the skin underneath is almost secondary, it's the metal. Whereas they've gone for the ex-Borg approach, which means that you get to see the scarring, the not necessarily zombie, but the horrors of the Borgification, and if you look how it looks more like fused into his skin, and there's it's less elegant, more not so dystopian, but it's not good. But I like it. It's a more big metal, if that makes sense. And this is my guess from this. This is an ex-Borg that they're having a chat to. Maybe they've found him or some such. Who on earth knows? Or a nightmare as well, but I'm going to vote it is not a nightmare. But yeah, good makeup, solid. Cut back to this location. We're getting a lot of repeated visuals, but that's okay. That's okay. Picard finding help, his Romulan help, and you can see we'll put clearly Romulan guys, which is nice. Different jacket jumper there. You see the new hero ship. Donnie Pearson, Nemesis uniform, I presume you mean the... Well, yes, obviously. I call it... You can call it... Technically it's a DS9 uniform. Technically it was designed for First Contact, but first used in DS9. You can call it any of the different things. Anyway, so this is the new hero ship. Coming up to Earth. And it's getting streaming issues. Looks fine to me. And the ship, obviously designed to look different, to be different. It's very simple and bland. Although again, I've got some comparison stuff to talk about later. I mean, it's unmemorable. That might be part of the point. But hopefully we're going to see new Federation ships. I mean, I don't think we're not going to. I think we're going to see some Federation ships that are going to be the ones to avoid. Basically, Star Trek Renegades. You know, the Archer, which is my Convergence film. Yay. Going to be someone to avoid, someone to hunt them, someone to be, you know, as they fly throughout the past system, you see them in the background. Because the fact is, if they design 7 background ships, they'll get to be Eagle Moss and they get to make lots of money. So, good for them. Trekyards, actually, they pushed back its use in DS9 until after First Contact aired. Yeah, but they filmed stuff. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. They filmed stuff and then they released it, but it was first shown on. Or first used in DS9 anyway. Then you get some 7 stuff. Good. Then you get some Daj stuff. I think this is an altered transporter effect. It doesn't quite look like Discovery. It's got more of a... I think more of a TNG vibe, although it'd be nice if it was blue. Well, sorry, Bill. I should just refresh. Now, as we know, this sequence was in the first trailer, and we commented that it looked very not sci-fi. And look, coming out of sci-fi buildings, and a shuttle in the background, which to me does not look like the Discovery shuttles. I think we're going to see some new things. Although I'm wondering if this HUD is actually on their physical prop, because they had that in the original trailer, and that's annoying CG to do. But yeah, tactical people. It feels like Romulan troops to me. Given the weird weaponry, it doesn't feel like Station 31 or definitely Starfleet. So that's my guess anyway. Cedric Taylor 08. How does 7 of 9 meet Picard? Oh, how's your movie of the captains coming? Well, 7 meets Picard because they're both ex-Borg, and so therefore when they got back to the Delta Quadrant, I'm sure he was like, I'd like to meet this woman because she got through a lot, I got through a lot. And then, because 20 years have passed, they just got to meet... weird. But yeah, so that, you know, easy. And movie on the captains is coming along well. I've been working at my holiday break. Done some nice shots today. He of course asked about Convergence, my newest fan film. Expect to see a update video about it in the coming days. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, update soon. One of Jamie's retired or still an admiral. I mean, they should all be still working on Starfleet, because why'd you give it up? Anyway, so yeah. Future roof fight, a bit more elaborate now. You got Picard doing a weird thing. Now, lots of weird imagery. I'm maybe going to call out this as being another flashback hallucination, or a past flashback, because he's wearing his combat, which is good, but it's weird because it's on his jacket. He hasn't worn this uniform yet in any of the scenes so far, and unless they're just changing costumes every few minutes, a bit weird. So maybe it's right at the end of his tenure. It's there for a few years ago, but he's still doing a thing. Or it's right after he put his combat back on, or just keeping it on from now on as a symbol. Don't know, but interesting to see new visuals, more pew pew. I wonder what the marketing team thinks about when they say, right, how much of a trailer can we do? How many, how can we, how much of the old footage can we show new? I wonder what the rule is for that. But they introduced this new character. Now he might be, no, he's not the guy in the thing. Now this is a unknown man, Tawny Picard, wearing a very underwhelming shirt. So again, another weird instruction thing, talk about be yourself and you know, oh, bye Charles. Then we get Daj doing punchy, putting over many escapes. Now then you get something that really struck out to me. This scene starts earlier. We get a more clean look of Starbase, which to me, I mean, it has a certain Federation vibe, especially this shot, the way it feels. But the big reveal is that these fighters have a Starfleet emblem. Dum dum dum! Which was not on the last trailer, and again, I'll go through some of my comparison bits in a little bit. But this blew me away. This is it's really interesting to see how they evolve the visual effect look as they go on. So this is Starfleet attacking or defending, although the fact that the station's blowing up later, I mean, it might be because Picard maneuvers says the Mars defense perimeter. Yes, it could be, although I'm not sure why a big logo should just be whatever. Anyway, but these things are going pew pew. I like the red laser light. So they could be defending against. They could be defending against the Romulans in the previous shot. I can't actually see any Romulans. That's why this could be a future version of the Starbase, a black, maybe half built. Yeah, but it's definitely interesting and definitely took away the mystery of what the last one was, because we're like, oh, what are these ships? I definitely wouldn't say they look Federation. But I mean, if they're orbital defense, Mars defense stuff, they're pretty basic. Look at how radio opens in £2. Maybe it was a holodeck a while ago. Yeah, certainly. Visual looks a bit Enterprise sequel Enterprise Series-esque. Well, if John Eves helped design stuff, then it partially would. Jeff Jacobs, 18 minutes for 50. It's still amazing again. 100 make Jeff pay. So yes, Jeff Jacobs has this thing where if you like the videos, he will support little bits of super chats, which obviously helps. So I want to see some more likes. Likes are super useful. So why don't I make the aim of 65 likes with 131 people watching? That should be incredibly easy. So I want to see 65 likes in the next few seconds. So go, go, go. 57. Oh. 59. Well, there you go. Anyway. Yeah, Section 31 Discovery have triangle diamond shapes. Yeah, I did think that as well. And also black. Although referencing themselves is a bit of a thing. But this was a nice reveal. Then you get this, which again is indications of a future moment. She's the android specialist. Then you get the same now it's confirmed Romulan. What I call it? Romulan. What's the glider? Oh yeah, Romulan glider and the Borg cube, which has now been retcon rebooted, and again there's comparison stuff later on. Whereas once it had blue, you can tell they've now they took fan feedback and realized, oh wait, Borg have green force fields. That's the default color rather than blue. People thought that was a weird thing in that, but now it has green, and it does instantly look more Borgy, and they've changed how it's done as well. So this has been visual update. They're re-rendering shots. Looks good to me. Trekyards, he's liked this. 79, brilliant, good. We nice and beat the likes. But please do super chat if you can, guys. I'm trying to aim to get like $50 for tonight. So that goes lose a third, split between me and Stuart. But I'd love to see a couple of $5 now. It'd be great. Put your comments, questions. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Then you got another clip of Legolas. He's with Hugh. He's on the Borg cube. There you go. Then you get which is a weird twisty thing. It's Daj and the Romulan, one of the Romulan baddies. Yet again, as I seen earlier on, where they're kissing, and it's weird to see the hero and one of the villains. We know that he's part of the conversation with the Romulan other lady who's like, she doesn't know who she is, and she's the destroyer, all that stuff. But maybe she's kept prisoner. I mean, she's quite a fluffy toy in her relatively nice quarters or cell. So maybe he's her, boyfriend on stage. Maybe they're faking her entire existence to her. Don't know. But it's interesting to. Or it could be, he escapes because he loves her, and this is later in the season. I mean, they filmed the entire season. They're in post work right now. Obviously, it comes out in just about a month, so or over a month. So obviously, it's soonish. And also have more time to release the later episodes. So episode 1 should be done by now, we'd hope. But even more implications. Stockholm Syndrome, interesting, yeah. Then we get more Romulan with the phasers, and Stuart is very, very, you know, it amazes me how average fans instantly say, "Oh, this is a TOS Romulan warbird or bird of prey," and I'm like, why would it be? We're hundreds of years later. They would just build a new one. It's not a big ship. It's not a complicated ship. Just build a new one. So no, this is a Picard era or TNG era Romulan legacy design. Although they've changed the Bassard caps. Unless this is the back, but that would be unlikely given the phases. So it's just a modern version. I mean, it's not trying to be the same ship. That would be daft. Unless the ship does go back in time and they're retconning TOS to have this design. But I don't think that's likely, because that's what's fighting it is the new hero ship. Surprise! Stuart isn't in the chat. Well, he's busy doing a thing. Merry Christmas, Samuel. Would wish Stuart the same as well. Got early start time dropping out, although not a lot, but a little to help. Great New Year. Thank you. Colin seems to have more decks than TOS as well. Yes, absolutely. It's a bigger ship. And it's a good design. It's just a modern version of an old design. 131 people watching. I want to get 100 likes. 100 likes. Click the like button. It's free. It's simple. Click it on your phone, on your tablet, whatever. Hi from New Hampshire. Is that the English New Hampshire or is that the American New Hampshire? SWTX Chaser, $2 Romulan hipsters? Maybe they're renegades. Maybe it's the brand new next generation. Jarzia. That's my in-universe admission too, but real talk from a production standpoint, it's TOS pandering. I mean, is it? I mean, look at the Miranda class. They stay around for 100 years. The bird of prey is used many, many times. Why would you not, use similar shapes? I mean, how many times? The Connie is very similar to the E, just with removed pieces. So why wouldn't you, make newer versions of incredibly old designs? I mean, why not? Why not? So I'm not against it at all. Yeah, I think it'd be all good if they used. I wish it was slightly more different, but that's a-okay. That's a-okay. Samuel, will we get more Picard teasers and trailers, TV spots before it starts? I hope so. I think we're going to get one more. Trekyards and Mirandas and Bird of Prey were existing models. That's just being cheap. This is a whole new model. Yes, and it's completely different, even though it's stylistically the same thing. They pulled them from mothballs to save as many Romans as possible. I don't know why. I mean, but then it wouldn't be used now, 10 years later, after the thing. It doesn't link together. There's a missing piece here. And it's just a red herring, where incoming space pirates possible, but again, it wouldn't be TOS era. Anyway, then we get a bit more Picard and Riker stuff. I mean, they're only going to have, I bet you, 2 or 3 or 4 scenes. It's going to be quite short. A lot of these cameos are going to be leaving us wanting more, and therefore really focus on the new characters. I wonder if we'll see Ben Sisko reappear in Picard, and if he would either be Avery Brooks or even Lofton, since he's close to the same age. Well, Avery doesn't act anymore, and he's gone a bit cuckoo. Well, if paid him enough money, he probably would, but I don't know if you could control him on set. I doubt they rebuilt 10 forward. It's probably CG, in my honest opinion. I mean, it's not. I mean, that's not green screen. I mean, the window obviously has green screen too. But I mean, look how simple this set is. I mean, it's wood. It's simple wood painted grey. I mean, you could build this in 2 days of not full time, or a day if you really want to do it, and a second day to paint it. I mean, it's cheaper. This is cheaper than green screen to build. Not in terms of digital set construction time. That's easy. But in terms of how real it is, how easy it is to film on, once you're out of camera, it's 100% real, because it's just easy and cheap. They did it for These Are the Voyages for 1 scene, so, it's not that expensive. Hey, James, Brian, Antcliffe, £2, thank you. Maybe Section 31 calls Hobart and delayed Spock's rescue. Maybe. Yeah, no, Section 31 certainly could be a thing. And Dan says he emailed me Hugh pick. I've already had Hugh's pick, because we already reached the end of the teaser. January 23rd. Ooh. Because we also got a picture of Hugh. It was it's promoted as a as a reveal, but they already, first look, they already revealed him on one of the teasers, so this is not a reveal by any means. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a flowing hair. I like his eye multiple piece. I like his stretched skin. If you areas his yeah, it's good. It looks good. I get the sense that they pulled out his eye implant and then fake skin was there. That's why the eye's fake. So no, it's good. It's a good look. The bit on the nose, Borg circuitry clothing is a bit odd, but I like the under thing. But yeah, I mean, looks good. Nothing to complain about. I like the two eyes, the two eye colors. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But I want to compare some stuff. I did do some work on this, as you can imagine I would. This was from the first trailer. As we've seen the first trailer, same scene. It's what me and Stuart called out ages ago. And 136 people watching. Go to 100. Come on, guys, 100 likes. I know at least 8 of you have not clicked like. Like. Please. 92. Get them into 100. You know you want to. And super chat if you can. But yeah, so this was the first trailer on top. This current trailer, and as you can see, we called them out for not having any space sci-fi looking background. Oh look, it's just houses, but that's because obviously there was really just filmed it roughly. So now the new version, same scene, all these epic pillars and sci-fi and shuttles, much better. Can't imagine that was fun to rotoscope. But yep, just an update, just to show you guys some fun comparisons, and 100 likes. Superb. ELOU is the teaser on CBS All Access. It is on the CBS All Access Facebook page. Obvious studio roof is obvious. Maybe. Brian, Kensmore 100. Yay, Brian. Second shot. This is my favourite comparison because you can see that the CGI was re-rendered. Maybe they changed the decision of it. Maybe they were hiding it in the first trailer. But as you can see in the first trailer, almost the same it's the same shot. No logos, and all of a sudden, newly rendered logos. Picard maneuver. Were you able to zoom in on the shuttles? No, the resolution is too low. I don't know if that was on purpose, but no. It's as good as we can get, but I don't think they are Discovery shuttles. It's also on the Trek Central YouTube channel. Yes, it's the only way. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. Visual proof updated, and you can see the different colour paths on the station. Subtle things the CGI changes. This I thought was really interesting, as I mentioned earlier. They've completely changed the CG of the Borg. There's a few green glows in the top first teaser trailer with that single shot, but obviously now it's green. I think it looks a lot better, a lot more Borgy. Obviously, yes, the blue could be Romulan force fields, but I mean, if you've already got force field conduits as part of the ship, why not just use Romulan Borg force fields? But the green helps a lot. I think the VFX team didn't realise that green is Borg. Hey ho, now it's green, you got more green glows. Big improvement, subtle but big. And they've also changed the lighting. They've got better at lighting Borg black. Michael Anderson, I don't think they're ships per se, probably semi-automated Mars defense drones. Yes, I don't think they are manned. But we've got drones in Discovery, so it makes sense. But Jeff Jacobs, $5.05. I went for $5 because the chatters are amazing. Making it to 100, I agree. I get it 150. Ships lasting forever in space is practically its own tome. Okay. Samuel, have we ever seen a large stuffed logo like this before? I mean, not in that format on a ship. They always go NCC or USS. It's very much the Discovery team who have moved over want to have the logo and everything. That's okay. It might be okay. But anyway, there you go. Blue to green, bit of a difference. Another subtle difference you might not have noticed. The new hero ship, on the top, you can see that it's got a blue tint for all its engines. But in the new trailer, distinctly blue tint. Distinctly blue. And I did a redo of this. Trope to Oz. Ships lasting forever in space, practically its own trope. Yes. Yes. I love the use of pods and shuttles in Discovery Final. I just wish they were smarter and better. But that's okay. But yeah, so blue, I did a custom version of the ship when we did our original trailer review, where I altered the... What did I do? I altered the top two to be Impulse. Although you could argue the orange are Impulse, but they're very small. Bid Horror 12. After much digestion, I've concluded Rise of Skywalker sucks. We both like it, me and Stuart. We both thought it was pretty fun and much better than the last two films, especially the last film. But anyway, so now blue definitely is better than green. Green felt very odd, especially the bright green and bright red. It was weird. The blue looks more natural, and all you have to do is make the top two red, and you've got the correct impulse to impulse, although you could argue the little orange ones are maybe, but they're very, very small. But it looks better. And again, subtle VFX change I noticed for sure. For sure. Dan reminds me of a Orion ship from a video game. Yeah, I would agree. I would certainly agree. And last of all, and this is the one I hoped that we'd find a 1080p version of the trailer or teaser. This is the two different versions of the Data. Now we said that Data felt like it was pre the de-age VFX, which they take a long time to do, and therefore do them, last in a sense. Simple things to. And with his cheek pads, so they did some weird stuff with his cheeks because we know he doesn't look this old because we've met him. But the new trailer has a different color tint, different color grading for the background. The first left is the original, the new is the right. Different tone. They've color graded his face. Now he looks much more, Data skin tone. But that has changed the color of his jacket a bit. I am not going to quote if they've actually smoothed out his skin a little bit for this, because of the 720p nature of the new trailer or teaser. The details just aren't there. They're smoothed out by there being less of them. But to my eye, there'd just be slightly less wrinkles. That would be an easy thing to fix in post, and therefore allowing Brent to look younger, more Data-like, although they can't get rid of the weird fat cheeks, which he doesn't have. I don't know how they'd made that. But it's interesting. It's different. And again, I want to point out different things. If you recall a minute ago, I talked about this ship fighter thing having the new emblem. Well, if you recall, they appeared in flashbacks, in nightmare flashbacks, attacking a base. And we assumed, because they did not look Federation. And bid Horror 12, plastic degrades, maybe Data does age. Well, he's not made of plastic, and Data has been confirmed he absolutely does age. He said that a couple of times, just not as drastic, although we can obviously say he makes himself age more to get closer to his friends. A-okay. But yeah, so it's just interesting that now you know what these fighters are, which are weirdly Federation, or at least Starfleet, or at least possibly good. But again, design does not look Starfleet unless you include the Discovery Section 31 stuff. Then it does, but that's a weird line to cross. But here they are destroying stuff. Weird. You also had shots of the Roman ship, which has been changed slightly. The windows are a little bit different color. I think the engines have a slightly different patterning to them. No, it's the same, but it's just interesting to see the colours now more green. And here's the original blow-y uppy shots there, and there's the ship as well. So yeah, there we go, guys. Pretty neat, pretty efficient little look. Without Stuart, obviously, I have less to talk about. Well, my same stuff to talk about, but I can only talk to myself and you guys. But that's okay. Yeah, a good teaser. It showed some good imagery, a lot of the old imagery, some good new imagery. I like 10 forward. I like the revelation. The ships are Starfleet. The Borg looks great, as you can see there. Hugh looks good as a separate thing. The Borg cube going green is a good choice. Overall, good. You know, the more we see that they respect the visual continuity and just want to upgrade it, move it forward, is great. It's helpful. And we're only 1 month and 1 day to go. That's exciting. The whole new next generation of Trek begins, and we will be here on Trekyards looking at it. Oh my goodness. We are going to be doing lots of videos. Edited ones, as you imagine, comparison stuff, episode reviews, episode predictions. I mean, if you enjoy our Discovery Season 2 content, you're obviously going to see a lot of stuff on Picard. Please do join in, because as you know, our job is to look at this sort of stuff, and we really pride ourselves on having a very deep analytical knowledge and analysis, and also respectful and balanced. Because if the show is good, we'll call out for being good. If it's bad, then you need to call it. You need to call out that it's bad, otherwise no one moves forward. You know, we call out Discovery's being bad. They made it better for Season 2. You know, Last Jedi and now Rise of Skywalker. Thanks, Jarzia. Good to see you. With House Journalist Chemistry, yes, that's just me. It's just me. 10 in Season 1, already ready for Season 2, yes. And yes, the showrunner's already left. But he was offered a better job with more things. So it's amazing the lack of luck this group can do. But that's funny. Oh well. And guys, yes, Dan's mentioning, but I don't think he's mentioning my thing. But we are doing. Remember, we're doing my remaster, my background. That'll be for the start of January. That's exciting. Well, it's still going. So that'll be fun. I've done most of the renders. I'll probably do another live. I might have the background not built yet, and then be able to show them off. Maybe the start of January, like on the first live of January. Might be a part 2, because there are a lot more ships you guys can support, and I really want more ships on the background. So I print out a few and show them off. Like, this is what they could look like, and you guys can sponsor even more ships, because you know, certainly the funding, as you guys know, and it's fun. But yeah, nice quick streamline live today. 120 people watching. We got 111 likes. Awesome. Hope you guys have had fun. And if I can get another 15 American dollars before I leave, that would be superb. Then I think that we'll have had about enough to call it a good, or at least an okay live. Obviously, we're trying to go beyond the last month's terrible income. So if we can get 15 American dollars, 3 5s, a couple of 2s, whatever. Ask some questions, comments, thoughts, or just help us out, and then I can pop off back to work. Because I've been working on Convergence today, which has been fun. Let's see. Can I give you guys I think I can give you guys a sneak peek. When are you reviewing Q Who, Martin? No, Jill. It's Christmas this week. There's literally no. There won't be any more lives between now and after Christmas. Probably not until 28th, 29th time, just because it's not that sort of able to be done time. But expect quite a few in January, looking up until Picard. I moved the file, that's why. But let me show you a fancy thing while hopefully 15 more dollars comes in. Let me show you something I've been working on, and if you guys like how it looks, it's a rather sexy, hopefully sexy shot from Convergence. It's not done, but it's done-ish. And I need to do window capture after Edwin. Nothing happens when he hits the pounds dollar sign. Well, Edwin, if you want to help, then just go to Trekyards@hotmail.com and or that as the PayPal, and I'll read that out. That is a great source as well. Trekyards@hotmail.com. That is the PayPal link. And then whatever you think is going to be appropriate, that would be cool too. And it's 15, then I can pop off as a successful live. Let's see if I have to do PayPal while I get this up. Anyone else looking forward to Lost in Space Season 2? Yes, I am thoroughly looking forward to Lost in Space Season 2. I really enjoyed Season 1. So this is a shot from Convergence. Not done. Oh, that's why I can't wait. Oh, because the motion. Now there are stars. Those ships around Mars seem to be made from the Section 31 drone CGI model from Discovery Season 2. I mean, inspired by. They've got the budget to not need to reuse anything. So this is a shot from Convergence, a rather fancy one, of the team of the Columbia, which is an Archer class ship, and the Horizon, a Horizon class ship, I think is what I was gonna call it at the end of the day. And this is, God, how many layers is this? This is 12 layers to create this shot. 12 individually set up and rendered layers. A lot of layers. It's obviously rendering right now. Thanks, Devereaux, and we'll see it pay back in real time in a moment. And you guys can let me know what you think of one of the first big, sexy VFX shots from Convergence that's relatively new. It's the torpedo spread shot. When the plan does not go so well, they got to fire torpedoes. And I like this because both were designed by Rick Sternberg. In a sense, the Archer class from Convergence is from Renegades, and my one is designed by me, and Rick co-designed it with me, and he designed the torpedo launchers there underneath the bridge, which I would never have said, and it really creates a unique thing to have them fire right over the hull. Is definitely different. And what do you guys think? 13 layers. Jeff Jacobs, I love the Prometheus. Jeff, it's not Prometheus, it's the Horizon. The Prometheus has 4 nacelles and no nacelles in the pylon, in the sides, and different deflectors and different everything else. But that's okay. It's going backwards, Martin. No, it's because the Horizon's going forwards very fast. It's just a perspective thing. Xeraxis might have been said already, but the new Roman ships look like something right out of stone now. Yes, agreed. Agreed. It's not going backwards. It's going forwards. Laughable Larry, is this from the show? Looks like a game. Really? What makes you say that? No, it's from my fan film Convergence. It's from Convergence. Bill Barkley, nope. Nope, no multi-vector assault mode. And Martin Devon, they are shooting at the Siphon Dreadnought from Renegades as well. Because that is the thing that is doing mean things. Mean things. He knows. Okay, fair enough. Dan 23. Similar to Prometheus. I mean, somewhat. But not that similar if you actually compare them. I mean, they're not that similar at all, really. None of the shapes are particularly the same. There's very few actual pieces. It's very much its own thing, which is cool. It's a hybrid of the E, Prometheus, Dauntless, Nova, but with a unique spin on all of them. But yeah, bit of a Samuel Cockings high-end CGI. And it's fun because if you do, let me take you through a behind the scenes little exclusive. I'm gonna offer a Blu-ray for this, and do a behind the scenes Blu-ray because I really want to see this thing come to life and do behind the scenes. So just to give you some context of how this thing gets made. And guys, like I said, we've got $5. We're looking for 10 more. 10 more, guys. Oh, Martin Diaz. $10 US. Well, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I will count that, but also finish what I was saying. Because I like to finish what I'm saying. But thank you, Martin. That's very much appreciated. But if we can get 10 more on Super Chat, that'd be great. But Nebula layer, and then Columbia layer, and then Columbia glow layer, because it needs to have a full off glow, and then Horizon base layer, which is has some of the stuff. And then you have, and if you look at the side engines, you got the engine fall off, which from the engines gives me a lot of control. And then you got an extra layer for the blinkies, which aren't really that. I mean, if you look at the front, the blinky is a bit. I mean, it's very subtle, but it's still important. Then you got the warp glow, which looks really cool when you turn it on. That's that layer. Because the reason to do them separately is that I can then do this, if I really wanted to, make them really, really powerful. Or less, up to me. Liopolendrum. Different cell blues on purpose. That was a great question. Sort of. These are the engine blues that came with the Columbia, which is the other ship. The Columbia is from the future by about 7 years. So I thought that, you know, there's some sort of feel reason for that, so I thought keep them as they are. I might change them maybe after the fact to be more conventional, but that's what they were baseline as. Then you turn on the here's a good shot. The deflector layer, which as you can see makes the deflector pop and have even more light, because you want it to have its own individual thing. See, you can see that. And then you add the window pass, which, as you can see, a little bit of extra definition to the windows. It's also using more bounce lighting. It just helps them pop. And then I messed one layer up earlier, and so I had to re-render, which is irrelevant to this shot. And then on top of all that, you have the torpedo layer, which, as you can see, does actually generate light. And because it's its own thing, I can therefore make it stronger if I so wish, or not, etc., etc. And you put it all together, and you create the effect. If you remove all of the fun layers and just have the base layer, or if you remove the nebula, if you just make it more plain, without any of the cool interactive stuff, as you can see, it looks less cool, you know. Well, I'm seeing a... That's weird. The Columbia's doing weird. Anyway. Source looks like Rhode Island, if you say so. But yeah, there you go, guys. There's a bit of a... I prefer the dark blue. Yes, as you should. As you should. But there you go, guys. A bit of a behind-the-scenes look at my work on Convergence. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully... you feel like this shot feels like Star Trek. And we'll call that as the last question. Does this shot for my fan film Convergence look and feel like Star Trek? If so, win. Win for me. I'm trying to. Let me know. Right now. And I go. It's amazing how far fan works have come. Yes, certainly. I'm very proud of my work on this. I'm doing some more really cool shots now. Was this an action shot? One of the coolest things about this is if you look in the windows of both ships, although it's less obvious with Columbia, they actually have parallax, meaning there's actual things inside of the windows, and so as you move around the saucer and such, the actual colours inside do change in reality. So it has a much more real feel, which you don't often see in Trek, because it's not the level of 3D they could do at the time. But there you go. A bit of fun. $2 from SWTX Chaser, the best Trek. Yes, yes. The ship seems they are lit up from different angles. No, same angle. It's just the way. It's the way they both have hard angles. Both ships light very, very differently. They're quite hard. Because Horizon, if I didn't realize when I was designing Horizon how hard it would be to light. It's actually harder to light than I thought. And Jill 47 wins the super chat at the end. We make the ship's darker, Nebula darker. Well, like I said, it's not done yet. It hasn't been color graded at all. There's just the raw layers. Raw layers. Haven't yet done any color grade. Still work in progress, as I said. Jill 47 wins the last one. $2. It's the Trekiest. That's lovely to hear. Thank you so much. And I am going to go back to Convergence work in my sort of time off. But if you guys do want to go and watch our videos from this weekend, we have had 2, as you guys know. One more last plug. The Is Star Trek 4 the best Trek movie? Came out today. It's our brand new series of Trek Class questions. If it gets views, we'll make more. And of course, Indie Quad Battle Cruiser yesterday. I mean, we've had 2 really good ships in 2 weeks. The Klingon Battle Cruiser, Klingon Bird of Prey, and the Indie Battle Cruiser. Neither are doing great in views. I don't know why. Please do look up if you can. Because, you know, you guys ask for ships, but you don't necessarily watch the ship videos. So, weird. Weird. But yeah, anyway, have a great weekend. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. And see you very, very soon. So until next time, guys, I'm Commander Cockings. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everyone.